Sweden's Saab JAS 38-39 Gripen is a versatile, cost-effective multirole fighter jet known for its agility, advanced avionics, and short takeoff capability. This aircraft can perform air-to-air, air-to-ground, and reconnaissance missions. Its latest single-seat modification, the Gripen E, packs serious power with its General Electric F414G engine, delivering rapid acceleration and high climb rates. Inside, an advanced data fusion cockpit with a large panoramic display gives pilots a clear, real-time view of the battlefield. Capable of reaching Mach 2 at high altitude, around 2,130 kilometers an hour, fast enough to cover the distance between London and Paris in around 10 minutes. The Gripen E features a new AESA radar and advanced electronic warfare systems. In May 2025, the Gripen E also became the first fighter jet flown by artificial intelligence. The AI pilot, Centaur, completed 3 sorties, showcasing the aircraft's advanced, beyond visual range, combat capabilities. The Gripen can carry a range of long and medium-range air-to-air missiles, including the MBDA Meteor and AIM-120 AMRAAM for beyond visual range strikes, as well as Iris-T and AIM-9 Sidewinder for medium-range combat. One of the advantages of the Gripen over the F-16 is its ability to carry the Meteor air-to-air missile. Andriy Karuk, military historian and weapons expert, told the Kiev Independent, "The US has not offered Ukraine a comparable class of weapons, and they cannot, because they simply do not have such missiles." Karuk also underscored that the Swedish aircraft feature a unique information exchange system that outperforms the American Link 16, which was removed from the F-16s transferred to Ukraine at the US insistence. Experts the Kiev Independent spoke with highlighted a key advantage of the Gripen in any of its variants: the ability to take off and land from less prepared runways and ease of maintenance. While a Gripen flight hour costs up to $8,000, operating a comparable Soviet-era MiG-29 can cost as much as $15,000 per hour, according to Ukrainian pilot Voroshilov. The Swedish Air Force has put a lot of effort into, since World War II, being able to maintain aircraft in the field, simply using conscript airmen, which makes it much easier. Peter Layton, military expert at the Royal United Services Institute, RUSI, told the Kiev Independent, "The Gripen is designed for field operations, and it can take off and land from roadways and basic airstrips. This fighter jet features short takeoff and landing capabilities, while F-16s typically require much longer, more prepared runways," Layton added. With Russia constantly targeting Ukrainian aircraft on the ground, the Gripen's quick turnaround time offers a vital advantage. Voroshilov said that under ideal conditions, a Swedish fighter can be ready for a second takeoff in just 10 minutes. Voroshilov also highlighted a design feature that enhances the Gripen's survivability. Its air intakes are located on the sides of the fuselage, reducing the risk of debris, such as rubble from Russian attacks against Ukrainian airfields, being sucked into the engine during flight. This design lowers the chances of engine damage and accidents. As the battlefield in Ukraine evolves, Russian weapons are increasingly capable of striking deeper behind the front lines. Aerial glide bombs particularly pose a significant challenge for air defenses. Their small size, low radar signature, and ability to hug the ground make them hard to detect, while mid-flight maneuvering and high-speed terminal dives leave air defenses minimal time to respond. Justin Bronk, a senior research fellow at RUSI, said that Swedish fighters armed with Meteor missiles could play a crucial role in helping Ukraine intercept glide bombs launched from Russian Su-34 bombers, which frequently target frontline settlements. Only the Meteor has a suitable effective range to be able to threaten Su-34s launching glide bombs 600 to 100 kilometers, 30 to 60 miles behind the front lines. Brunk told the Kyiv Independent. Russia uses around 6,000 guided aerial bombs on Ukrainian territory every month. Anatoly Kraptinsky, a former Ukrainian Air Force officer and now deputy director of an electronic warfare company, stated on Ukrainian television. According to Kraptinsky, around 300 aircraft and 9 operational airfields are used for such strikes, and intercepting all of the cabs used is extremely difficult. The enemy deploys approximately 6,000 cabs monthly on Ukrainian territory. They use 9 operational airfields and approximately 300 aircraft deployed for strikes and escort aircraft, he said. Kraptinsky proposed focusing on solutions that make it more difficult for Russian aircraft to use such munitions. Specifically, he proposed using long-range air-to-air missiles which can be carried under the wings of various aircraft types, F-16s, Mirages, Ukrainian MiGs and Sukhois to repel Russian aircraft. The expert also noted that scaling up of cab production, Arsenal 54, for example, is actively scaling up production and producing them in large quantities, and, according to him, it is easier to deprive the enemy of the ability to use such weapons than to attempt to intercept huge volumes of munitions. Kraptinsky clarified that for an effective counteraction, a full air component is necessary. Conventionally speaking, aircraft that can launch missiles from 185 kilometers, plus airborne early warning aircraft that can operate both as targeting aircraft and as detection and identification systems, he said, adding that resistance exists but requires the availability of appropriate means and platforms. He told that long-range systems already tested by Ukraine, Storm Shadow, ATACMS, and JASM for F-16s can create a 300-kilometer strike zone around the front line. This would become a crucial advantage in talks with the aggressor state. According to him, establishing such a strike zone with partner-supplied weaponry would fundamentally shift the balance of power. I'm not talking about Taurus or other systems that may exist globally. We're talking about the weapons already in use by Ukraine's defense forces, Kraptinsky said, citing Storm Shadow, ATACMS, and JASM for F-16s. The expert explains that when Putin is restricted to a single airfield instead of 9, and only 10 Su-34s instead of 300, Ukraine's leverage in negotiations will grow considerably. At the same time, he stresses the importance of carefully assessing the entire situation as priorities shift depending on the current threat. Undoubtedly, there are positive effects from precision strikes on the oil sector, but this must be a constant, daily effort. We need to keep all critical directions in focus and conduct targeted operations accordingly, Kraptinsky says.